Sundial Growers and Tilray Inc. have seen some huge gains over the last couple of months, and just over the last couple of days, we've experienced a pretty heavy pullback, and it's got a lot of investors on edge wondering what's going to happen in the future. Are these stocks going to continue falling, or can the gains continue, and can we see a bounce higher and really, allow these gains to pad our portfolios into 2021? So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. If you're invested in Sundial Inc., if you're invested in Tilray, kind of what's going on with these stocks and what the price predictions are for the future. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. We're going to grow our portfolios together, and we're just going to grow together. Now, if you like the content on this channel, please don't forget to click that like button. If the subscribe button is still red, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, become a bro, and let's grow together. All right, now Sundial Growers and Tilray Inc. Like I said, we've seen some pretty heavy pullbacks just over the last couple of days, and it's got a lot of investors wondering what we should be doing with our portfolios, whether or not we should continue to stay invested in these companies, or if we should kind of move on to the next thing, take our profits, cut our losses, whatever it is that we're looking at here, and just, what's going on. So let's talk about a couple things here. The marijuana industry and the cannabis industry has really been soaring lately, just over the last few months, because of one major reason, okay? The Democrats are in charge of the U.S. government, and a lot of people are expecting decriminalization of marijuana and recreational use of marijuana here in the United States, and that's really pumped the cannabis industry up because all of these stocks can really take advantage of a brand new market if this happens. Okay, the United States is currently, I don't want to say off limits, but it's not been accessible to the full force and to full effect that it could be if decriminalization and legalization of marijuana takes place. So it's got a lot of investors kind of anticipating, buying the rumor and hoping that that takes place in the near term. Well, if we know anything about government, nothing happens quickly, right? A lot of investors are jumping on these cannabis companies thinking that, legalization is going to happen overnight, or we're just going to sign this bill into place and all of a sudden, we're going to open up a brand new market for all of the marijuana industry and these cannabis companies. But it's going to take a while. Laws and bills, they don't get passed on a very fast basis here in the United States. It takes a lot of time to get something moving, and we shouldn't expect overnight results. So a lot of analysts have recently been saying that the gains in these cannabis companies are far outpacing kind of the expected rate of decriminalization and legalization here in the United States. So it's almost like investors are getting ahead of themselves, and the gains have been getting ahead of themselves in these companies. So that's why we're seeing a pullback recently. Analysts are kind of trying to bring people back down to earth. We're always trying to shoot to the moon, right? We always want to see huge gains, and we want to see them fast, and we want to see explosive profits in our portfolios. And it happens, right? A lot of people, get involved in these companies, and a lot of people get hyped up about these gains, and they want to join in. They want to get in, and they want to get in, and they want to see those huge triple-digit gains in their portfolios overnight. And it's almost like people get ahead of themselves. So that's what we've been seeing, and a lot of analysts are trying to calm the markets down and say, look, this could happen, yes, but retail investors are getting ahead of themselves. They're kind of saying, calm down, slow down a little bit, and that's why we've seen the recent pullback. And of course, if people start to get worried, if we see that it's not FOMO because nobody's missing out when you're selling a stock, but if a lot of people start to worry about, okay, well, yeah, this could take a really long time. I don't have that kind of time to sit there and wait for my portfolio to see those types of gains. I'm a swing trader. I'm a day trader. I need to get in, get out of this position. Then we could see a further sell-off. So let's look at that and kind of what that looks like, specifically on Sundial Growers. So if we're looking at a chart for Sundial, we've seen the stock price go up to around $3.50 per share. I believe it was trading after market at $3.50 per share a couple days ago, and now it's down to around $2.08 per share. So is this an entry point, or is this something to be concerned about? Now, I never want to recommend buying a falling stock, okay? Dollar cost averaging is real. Yes, you can do it if you plan on holding for the long term, but know that a stock does not have to rebound, okay? If you're buying on the way down, you should expect the stock to continue falling, at least for some period of time, okay? I always like to buy rising stocks because when you're buying a rising stock, unless you timed it perfectly and perfect, the stock is likely to continue rising. And if you buy a falling stock, it's likely to continue falling. So with that being said, let's look at some different support levels if Sundial Growers continues to fall. So the first level of support we have is around $1.20 per share. I know we saw an intraday low of around $1.80 per share on Friday, and it bounced back up a little bit to close around $2.80 or $2.08 per share. But if we see it open lower on Tuesday and we see it continue to move lower, we might not see support until $1.20 per share, and that's a significant fall, right? From $2.08 to $1.20, very significant fall. And then below that, the next level of support we have is around 70 to 80 cents per share. So we really could see a pretty big pullback in the near-term future, strictly based on a technical analysis standpoint. But don't let this scare you, okay? Here are some of the things that I really like about this company moving forward, and the recent rally in the stock price is what provided this, and it's a completely different company than people were investing in just a couple months ago. Now, what do I mean by this? Okay, one thing I like right off the bat, their revenue is growing. Okay, if you look at their income statement, we can see that their revenue is growing, and I believe it's been holding steady around the last 2 years. But, prior to that, up into these last 2 years, it's been growing, and I always like to see companies that have growing revenue, growing earnings, and it means the company is improving, especially when we're talking about a growing industry. If the industry's growing, but the company's not growing, you kind of have to ask yourself, what's going on here? Is this a company that can really make it? If the industry's growing, but they're not, something's going on, and they might be doing something wrong. But they have growing revenue, and this is where they've really repositioned themselves in a lot better way. With the recent increase in stock price, they were able to issue new shares. Now, I know a lot of people don't like secondary offerings and reissuance of shares because it dilutes the shareholder and all of that. But look, a couple months ago, they were on the brink of bankruptcy. A lot of analysts said that they might not be able to make it. They should be looking at bankruptcy, and this company's kind of, going by the wayside. But with the recent spike in share price, they were able to reissue shares, and it's a completely different company now. They went from around having $20 million in cash to having over $600 million in cash available. But what's even better than that? They went from being in debt to having and paying off all of their debt, and now they have zero current debt obligations. So this is a huge difference. Before, when you were investing in Sundial Growers, it's kind of like, I don't want to say playing the lottery, but we were betting on a company that had a lot of things going against them. Now, when you're investing in Sundial Growers, you're investing in a company with zero current debt obligations. You're investing in a company with $600 million in cash available to take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves. So I'm extremely excited about what's going on and what Sundial Growers can do moving forward because of the way they've repositioned themselves. Now, yes, as investors, we have to go through price swings. We have to, understand that stock prices don't just go up in straight lines. They go up in waves, okay? They go up, they go down. It's all part of investing, and it's whether or not, when you buy a company, you should believe in that company. Obviously, at the end of the day, everybody wants to make money when investing, and that is the goal, right? That's the goal of the company, really, is to provide income and capital gains for the shareholders, and that's the goal of the shareholders, is to increase their wealth. So invest in companies that you believe in. More importantly, invest in solid, growing companies. Of course, unless you're trying to play those lottery ticket gains and you're just looking for, penny stocks that could triple, quadruple, 10x, 100x over the next couple of months. That's That's a different type of investor, okay? If you're in it for the long term, make sure that you're investing in a company that's growing, in a growing industry, and they've really got solid performance behind them. And I believe that Sundial Growers is positioning themselves and has positioned themselves in an excellent way with paying off all of their debt and the fact that they have $600 million on hand to take advantage of opportunities. Because yes, although it might not happen overnight, legalization, decriminalization is something that a lot of people are talking about. And if they were cash strapped like they were before, maybe they wouldn't have been able to take advantage of a brand new US market. But with $600 million on hand, zero debt, they can absolutely take advantage of that. So guys, if you're still here, if you're still watching this video, please let us know down in the comments below if you're in it for the long haul with Sundial Growers, kind of what you think's going on with this company, whether or not you think that they can handle the storm and weather the storm, and if we get some price pullbacks, are you still going to be able to hold, or is it something that you're taking your profits on and moving on to the next thing? So let us know all of that down in the comments below, guys. If you like the content on this channel, please don't forget to click that like button. If the subscribe button is still red, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, become a bro, and let's grow together. And if you're brand new to investing and you don't yet have a brokerage account, or you're thinking about trading brokers, Webull is an excellent broker, and they're super simple to sign up with, and it's very easy to trade on there. You can go ahead and click the link in the description below, sign up for Webull, and you're going to get a couple free stocks along the way just to help you out as an investor and really build your portfolio from the start. And guys, if you want to share this video, you can tag me almost anywhere at Claybro so I can follow you guys back and see what everybody's interested in investing in. Now, until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.